Hello, my absolutely beautiful Libra friends, and welcome to your horoscope for April of 2023. Where Libra, this month, we've got a full moon happening at 16 degrees of your sign. We've also got a new moon solar eclipse happening at 29 degrees of Aries. So just across the street, lighting up things in relationships for you this month. You've really got an opportunity to pioneer the changes you would like to see in your relationship dynamics. And I think that there is nothing more delicious in these seasons than knowing the energy that's coming and how you can take advantage of it. Lots to come, my beautiful Libra friends. Now, before we jump in, please remember to take advantage of your spring and summer seasonal specials that I've put out for you guys. I put them together because the calendar is just booking up very quickly, so I wanted to make sure that I could get as many of you in as is possible, so take advantage of it. It's in the description box down below. We have also still got our beautiful Astrology 101 course digitally, self-paced, getting you into these foundations, and it's me and you doing astrology. That is still on sale until May for $25. And last but absolutely not least, we have got our digital transit calendars from our friends at Wise Skies Collective. All of that is in the description box down below. You've got discounts available for you left and right, Libra friends, so please don't hesitate. Take advantage, okay? All right, Libras, let's get into April and see what is going on in this beautiful month, okay? So right at the beginning of the month on the 3rd, we're going to see Mercury move into the energy of Taurus, okay? Mercury being of the mind, thinking, decisions, conversations, what we're working on. Mercury is not in pre-retrograde shadow time just yet. So you've still got Mercury, you've still got the business of business going quite smoothly. So we want to be thinking about this 8th house place as intimacy and assets. Okay, so we've got the things that intimacy, you see into me, you are deeply connected to another source. Now, whatever that source may be, is it your partner and something's changing, you're making decisions with your partner, they're having conversations. Are you in a collaboration or a sponsorship in some way, shape, or form? But also what we can be deeply and intimately connected to is our trauma and our healing as well. So could this be a time that you're talking, you're working on it, you're helping someone else go through it, whatever it is. The 8th house is lit up with Mercury here in a way that is very practical. You're deliberate. You're simplifying this 8th house area of your life. Are you finishing up taxes? Are you writing a business plan? Whatever it is, the detox that happens, the decisions that you're making here intimately connect you to your own freedom as well. So be thinking about that. Now, you're going to have plenty of time to review because Mercury is going to go retrograde here, okay? When we get to the 6th, we've got the full moon happening at 16 degrees of Libra. So first of all, this lights up your first house. So this is about you, Libra. When we look back over this last year, we look back over this last 6 months, what are you ready to end? Acknowledge it for what it is, or to make an adjustment in something you're doing. Libra, is this your body? Is this your physical space? Is something changing here for you? And you're like, this isn't right for me, and I gotta have the courage to rebalance here. Is it you in your relationships in some way? Are you needing to look at the dynamic? Do you feel out of balance in your me and we? Libra, it is really important that in whatever relationship you get in, you do not lose your own voice and your own speaking mechanisms, so is there an imbalance that's happening here? Whatever is happening at this particular time, there's a lot of really beautiful change that's on the table. Uranus is traveling over here in the energy with the North Node. So really, truly, in simplification and in ways that, again, allow you a detox for your own freedom, you're having this ability to have this nice conversation, I think, lit up in your chart where you're like, yeah, I am willing to have a different experience. Jupiter is traveling through Aries, so there really is this space in your relationships where whatever changes you're making are creating a delicious expansion here, okay? Now, when we get to the 7th, I want you to start to pay attention to your chart at 5 degrees of Taurus, okay? If you don't have your chart, please click in the description box down below and come get one for me. I give you a full breakdown and everything because you want to be able to clearly see where these degrees are on your chart and understand how they're working. That's what we're doing here, right? That's why we're hanging out in the astro world together. But I want you to pay attention between 5 and 15 degrees of Taurus on your chart. That's where this Mercury retrograde is going to light up and do its work for your review. So at 5 degrees here on the 7th, we're going to see Mercury come into pre-retrograde shadow, so it slows down and starts to bring signatures of what you're going to work on into your life. So on the 7th, I want you to start taking notes. Even if you got it, you write it on a little post-it and you're like, today blah 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 happened in my 8th house. Today an offer was made to me. Today I got a letter from the tax person. Today my partner said this. What is it that pops up for you? Because you're going to start to look back at that as we take this full Mercury retrograde, okay? All right, when we get to the 11th, we see Venus move into the energy of Gemini. Now, for you, this lights up the 9th house space. Publishing, marketing, broadcasting, your thoughts, beliefs, ceremony, rituals, teachers in your life. This is absolutely a fantastic transit for you. Not only is Venus in another air energy, but it's magnetic. So you might be more willing to take on a course of study, to teach something, to travel, to make travel plans. But your ability to be receptive to intellectual information that fills your cup, fills your knowledge bank so that you have more information on how to navigate. That's what this is about at this time. And because Venus is so relational, truly, it's like you could be gathering information that is higher level information about relationships. You could be doing a relationship training in some variety. Now, when I say relationship, I don't want you to limit that to romantic relationships. What is the state and the quality of the relationships in your life, to include you with whatever you call a higher power, you with your children, you with your business partner, you with your daily routine, where you find relation. Do you feel like it is in balance or you need to gather more information? Now, Venus is also still Venus, so she's about that money. You could be spending a little bit more money. Maybe you're taking a class or you're doing something, you're making your travel arrangements, right? But you could also have money coming in from this way. Did you write an ebook? Now you're going to publish it. It's coming through and it's got this nice passive income. Whatever it is, Venus is magnetizing this area for you. So it's literally pulling in things to you and pulling in lots of information, okay? When we get to the 20th, big day, we've got the new moon solar eclipse happening at 29 degrees of Aries. This is phenomenal because not only is it your opportunity to plant your seeds of intention here, we're beginning something new. You're beginning a newness in your relationships, your conscious chosen one-on-one relationships. So you have the power of choice in how you are participating in your relationships. What kind of relationships do you want to have in your life? This is the time where you're calling them in, and over this next 6 months, depending on your chart, you're going to see this start to unfold. But what I love about this is that because this is the new moon, the sun and the moon coming together at that 29 degrees of Aries, right? You're wise. You do know. You know what you want. You know where you want to go. This is the last degree of Aries, so it is an absolutely pivotal energy for you to say, I am willing to take on the challenges and the obstacles that are in front of me. I am willing to be the sacred gardener, right? We also saw Aries as the sacred gardener. I am willing to plant seeds of delicious relational intention that help me grow, that allow me to be in partnership with other people, places, and things that enrich my life. I'm willing to start a new relationship, a new project, a new perspective on the relationships around me. That's what this energy is delicious for. Now, just hours later, we see the sun get away from the moon and pop into the energy of Taurus. So we begin Taurus season, fellow Venus ruled energy. So relatively comfortable, but you don't quite understand it because it's earth and you're air, but there's always a balance to be struck somewhere, right? Now we're going to light up with the sun here, your 8th house. It brings light, heat, life, and vitality. So there is a motivation that is available in this Tauran energy for you throughout that 8th house. So again, where do you need to detox? Where do you need to get rid of those extra clothes? Simplify. I want you to think through this season of simplify, simplify, simplify. You want to put the things in your life You want to, first of all, determine what brings you security, what brings you absolute happiness, what is a creature comfort versus what is a bad habit that you've continued to carry around, what brings you financial security, right? Are there things, is that outfit in the closet, is that your fantasy outfit, or are you going to ever actually wear that? Because if you're not, put it up on Let Go or whatever, sell it for $5 and move on. But you're simplifying this particular season so that you can allow the 8th house area in your life to be Venus. Attract into it what you need to feel substantial, okay? Now, when we get to the 21st, we're going to see Mercury take its retrograde at 15 degrees of Taurus. Again, now you're going to go into review season between that 5 and 15 degrees of what's going on in this 8th house. Decisions that you need to make. Listen, circumstances make us willing to make changes. And that is really the truth when we're dealing with this stubborn Tauran energy, right? That just wants to be practical, but doesn't really want to be shaken and stirred and not really moved or any of these kinds of things. So sometimes the pain point temperature has to come up a little bit, or we have to have an internal realization that it's like, in the new business of my life, in order for me to move forward in a way that is simplified and has clarity, because clarity is kindness, clarity is security, right? You're going to have to make some changes. So that is under review at this time. Now, keep in mind, the full Mercury retrograde cycle started on April 7th. We see retrograde happening on the 21st. We're going to see Mercury come out of its retrograde on May 14th, back at that 5 degrees. And we'll see Mercury leave its full post-retrograde shadow time May 31st when it gets back to 15 degrees and is ready to move forward. So from the 7th to May 31st, this is your time to be reconsidering what's going on in that 8th house and making the changes that you want. Buy it, sell it, release it, simplify what needs to happen here, okay? All right, my absolutely beautiful Libra friends, I hope you have a gorgeous month. Click in the description box for all of your goodies, and I look forward to connecting with you in May. Bye, friends.